Welcome to Top 5, a series in which I talk about my top 5 favorites, and today I'll be talking about canceled games. I also have a special guest today with me, TheDrewCruz, on this month's episode to help me out. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. First things first, I'm going to talk about my favorite game ever that never existed, Gorilla Nation. This was an amazing looking game published by Ubisoft, but unfortunately it was cancelled for an unknown reason. A lot of mysticism surrounds the only footage of this game, being that no one truly knew if this was actual in-game footage or not. This did nothing for me but pique my interest for the title even more. The game was a PS3 exclusive set in a futuristic London city, where humans and hulking robots seem to somehow coexist. While reports have been made that this was never a Ubisoft title from the beginning and was all a personal project, I choose not to believe so until the artist or Ubisoft themselves contacts me. You know where to find me at, boy.
Banjo 3E. Oh, Banjo 3E, the fabled GameCube game that was nothing more than that. A fable. You teased us and teased us for years to come, only to have us watch as the GameCube's lifespan came and went. We all gave up hope, until one day, Rare, the great company that bought us Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie, had been bought out by Microsoft, and our excitement returned with the Xbox 360 and promises of another installment in the great Banjo Kazooie series. And what was there waiting for us as we peered over the great horizon that once was Banjo Kazooie? Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Freakin' Bolts. Now, I'm not saying that Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was a bad game, but let's face it, that's like instead of getting a birthday cake for your birthday, you get a candy bar. You're not complaining, but yeah.
Why's my two favorite canceled games gotta be London based, man? It's just not fair. 8 Days was a game actually shown at E3 2006. This wasn't just some random leak that sprung up on the internet. 8 Days was a game that was developed by Sony Computer Entertainment's London studio that was meant to take place over the course of, well, 8 days. Similar to my favorite show 24, which is based off of 24 hours, but I never really see how that works out perfectly every time. What can I say? I'm a sucker for high octane over the top action. Can anybody say total overdose? This game won me over with its stellar animation and simply ridiculous action scenes, and that's what won its top spot on one of my lists.
Now I could go on and give the history about Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 and how I used to sit in my underwear at my grandmother's house playing them all day long, but we all know that by now, so I'll just make this short and sweet. Mega Man Legends 3. Mr. Inafune, please come back to Capcom. Please give us the Blue Bomber back in action with one of my favorite game series. The world needs you, and the world needs this cancelled 3DS title. People like me, we pace around the room at night like a madman, waiting for this game, only to have our souls crushed with the realization that this title will be no more. Alright, maybe we don't all do that, but still, we need this game. I need this game. And so do the other 100,000 people hoping that their petition goes to Capcom and is heard. But let's face it, this is Capcom we're talking about, and well, they haven't been on the up and up in a while now, and I think Mega Man Legends 3 is the last thing on their minds. Oh well, we can always dream, can't we?
Star Wars 1313. Probably one of the most upsetting cancellations to date. This is the game to top all other Star Wars games, even Battlefront, and that's pretty hard to do.
The game did indeed have high hopes. It revolved around the bounty hunter Boba Fett in his early adulthood, fighting to get out of the slums known as Level 1313 in his quest to become a full-fledged bounty hunter, much like his father.
The game features some really nice cinematic action, which is right up my alley. The one thing that really made this game stick out was the amount of quality that they were able to pack into last-gen consoles. That was amazing.
But sadly, on March 1st, 2013, kind of ironic really, after the acquisition of Lucasfilms by the Walt Disney Company, Star Wars 1313 was placed on an unfortunate indefinite hold so that Disney could, quote, work on other Star Wars film-related projects. Within that same year, though, all but 10 employees were laid off from their jobs at LucasArts, thus laying the final nail in the Star Wars 1313 coffin.
At the end of the day, Disney chose not to renew the trademark for Star Wars 1313, and so as a result, the trademark has become abandoned. Didn't see that coming, did we?
Hey, so that means we could grab it then, right?
I don't see why not. Disney doesn't seem to really want to do anything with it.
Yeah, we could have it under a different label entirely. Something like, Star Wars 1314.
Would I? That would be really nice. I would like that.